Great day to talk hockey with Grant McCagg on HabsCast.
Yeah, baby. Finally beat those Czechs. Hey, happy Boxing Day, everybody. Hope you had a very Merry Christmas. Michael Hage. Wow. What a freaking debut in the World Junior Tournament. You like my new Habs gear? Got a beautiful hoodie for Christmas, nice hat, and the kind I want, not the just it form fits on your head. You know, it's got the strap on the back. That perfect. Finally got a Habs cap that I like. So you'll be seeing this every now and then, folks. Now that I got it for Christmas. So, anyways, Merry Christmas to everybody. Great start for the friggin' for Canada and for their prime prospect. Man, why didn't he get player of the game? Zayn Parekh? Are you kidding me? Like they just they could get monkeys to pick these players of the game in the IIHF. Oh, look at the score sheet and who scored the most goals. Oh, most player of the game. Like, really put a lot of thought into it. Did they watch Parekh in his own zone tonight? He was a tire fire. Holy frig. He carries the puck and he, scores. Yeah, he scored 2 goals. Okay, nice. But man, oh man, player of the game? Anyway, should have been Hager. That's okay. We know. As fans know. You don't have to win player of the game at the friggin' World Junior Tournament to be good. Oh yeah. Always tastes sweet. About time they friggin' beat the Czechs, but I don't know. There's things to clean up there. That defense could have used Bryce Pickford, I think. They didn't look very strong defensively. And George, I think, safe to say he's not going to be playing every game. He's tracking the puck like Monty on that one goal there. He's been getting tips from Monty for this tournament or what? That was the worst I've seen George play in a Canadian uniform. And I mean, the stats have been saying it this year that Ravensburgen's been better and Ivankovic as well. Yeah, I know McKenzie scored a goal and Pickford would have scored that no problem. Probably would have scored the 2 Parekh goals too. But anyway, seeing that goal by Parekh and then a nice shot and he gets player of the game. They just IIHF never fails to make me laugh with their players of the game. They really put a lot. You can tell they don't. They just freaking look at the score sheet. Anyway, it's not that big a deal. Canada won. Important for them to beat the Czechs. Hey, them being in the same group, as far as I know, right? They won't be. That means they won't be friggin' playing against the Czechs in the quarterfinals, right? They'll cross over and play somebody in the other, which is good because it seems like the Czechs have their freaking number of late. You look at the scoring leaders so far. What do we got here? Zeller, Sihar, Michael Hage, and Jasper Kuta, all 3 points to start the tournament. Jasper Kuta. Now, some of you, if you follow me in my draft, he was my. I don't know why he never got drafted last year. I had him ranked 3rd round, and he went 7 and he did not get picked. He's playing in Ottawa, playing great for the Ottawa 67s. Comes in, gets 3 points his first game for Finland. I love this kid, and it boggles my mind how he didn't get drafted last year. But that's not going to happen. That's not happening 2 years in a row. I can guarantee you that. He's centering the first line, killing, top power play in Ottawa, first year in North America, and that now starts off the World Juniors with 3 points. love the kid. But Donnie, hey, you finally showed up. I got your email, Don. Sorry to hear about your all the stuff you've been going through. I just got back from Mom's busy day. I haven't had a chance. Been pretty crazy, so I haven't had a chance to reply. But glad to see you're back online, and Merry Christmas, right? No, I did. I did see your email, but I hadn't had a chance to reply. Just been go go go. But glad to see you're back catching the HabsCast, and hey, I appreciate the donation as always. But yeah, so first ever game in the World Juniors for Michael Hage, and he's leading, tied for the lead, just like in college, right? You gotta love how he's playing. He just looks so like he's skating great. He's making great play. Forecheck, heavy on the forecheck. To me, it was either Martin or Hage that gets the player of the game tonight. And we saw from McKenna what makes him an elite playmaker, right? The kid's going to be a 50, 60 assist man in the NHL someday, maybe 70. There's just great vision. He's, elite vision. That so-called first line, I misgivings with it going into the tournament. I mean, Misa and Martone both, to me, still got to work on their defensive game and putting them together. I'm glad it wasn't with McKenna. They tried it one game, but who's the defensive player on that line? At least with Iginla, that there's somebody. But if you notice there a couple of times, and that goal, I don't know if it was the fourth or the fifth one, but the two of them just coasting. I don't think they made a stride the last like 5 seconds of that shift on the back check. I was like, what are you doing? You're playing for Canada. You're in a freaking 1-goal game, 2-goal game, and you're up 2 goals, and you freaking slack like that. I don't know why they gave Martone the captain the C. They did it before with him too, and I mean, I like the player, but man, he can be lazy away from the puck. I saw it last year, all year, and Misa the same sometimes, as talented as they are. But I don't understand why a lazy player away from the puck gets a C. They did the same thing with Shane Wright a few years back. Because he had been captain of the U18 team. Well, he's got to be captain World Junior. Well, why would you not give it to somebody that works hard? And I don't get it. Like they won despite Shane Wright being captain that year. He was a kind of a non-factor. They'll probably do really well this year. And and they even stick him out for the last shift. Oh, he gets a empty net goal, but man, defensive zone, you're trying 1 goal. I mean, I love Dale Hunter, don't get me wrong, but I would not have Porter Martone out protecting the lead in the last minute. I don't get it. I'm not sure what, I watched Martone a lot last year, and he was on the ice for tons of goals against where he just coasts, and wouldn't have given him C, wouldn't have put him out the last minute, but it's Dale Hunter. I guess I'm missing something, but anyway, I just I don't know. There are some things there. I would have Desnoyers on that line with. I think they need a harder worker, a better two-way player. If you're going to be up against other teams' top 2 lines, because we saw tonight, like Czech shouldn't be scoring 5 freaking goals. Canada's a team with 18 first-round players, and the Czechs aren't. They have a couple, maybe, or none, or anyway. Shouldn't be scoring 5 goals against Canada. They shouldn't be. And one of the reasons is because they've got one of their top two lines just don't like the defensive structure of that line. And I would personally, I'd have Martone third line and get Denway in there with the Ginlet and Misa as your second line. They're actually, considered the first, but it's funny when before the tournament started, I had them as a line, but as a second line, and the first line being Hage, McKenna, and Martin. I thought, this is a good balance. This line makes sense in a lot of ways, and so far they've been easily the best line on Canada. Frig, I'd have played them 20 to 25 minutes tonight. They didn't, but they got to ride that line because they look so far in the tournament when they've been together, easily Canada's best line, and that was the case again tonight. Brady Martin, man, what a player! Nashville has never had a 70-point scorer. They've never drafted one that scored 70 points for the team, a forward, in their history. Well, that's going to change with this kid, I think. He'll be an all-around freaking 70-point guy once he reaches his peak. But, people have criticized Barry Trotz, but since he's become GM there, I love Igor Surin. I think he's a gamer too. They got two guys there, Surin and Martin, who are going to they're competitive as hell, lots of skill, smart. Give Nashville 3 or 4 years, and you're going to see, they'll probably get another high pick this year. 3 or 4 years from now, Nashville, look out. They'll be forces to be reckoned with, I think, in the West, led by those two guys, studs. Let's have a look at the goals here from the game. First period, Brady Martin started her off. What a pass by Hage to McKenna, and then McKenna with the spin around, beautiful pass right to him. You might think, oh, did he really? You know what? McKenna saw him. He's got special playmaking abilities. That was a beautiful pass. Paupanekis, he's playing actually with Paupanekis in Kelowna, and a good player. I was surprised he lasted to the 4th round last year, to be honest with you. He solid player. I thought he should have been a second, at worst an early 3rd round pick last year. Ended up dropping to the 3rd round. Nice pick. Nice 4th round pick. Then Hage hit what a friggin' shot, hey? And he almost scored another one later too. I thought very close to having 2, but Martin made the pass on that one. Hage, though, it was pretty well all Hage on that play, and he buried it. Beautiful shot. Canada, I almost said Habs. Canada was up 2-1 after the first, but then Czechs came back. They seemed to have Canada's number there. They were friggin' all over Canada. Through the first 30, 35 minutes, man, they had the edge in play. I have to give them that. And Canada's defense did not look great. Shihar, who was picked last year, and Sikora, 2 later picks last year's draft, scored, and they got the lead there before Parekh, kind of that seeing eye wrister that went through. Nice shot, but a little fortunate that it made its way through. Let's see here. 3rd period, Parekh got that was an important one. He carried the puck. You could hear the Czech bench going, hey, and I didn't blame him because really he carried the puck there. Although I thought that evened things up because should have been a penalty shot with that that glove save that the forward or defense Czech player made, where he freaking held it for quite a while in the crease, and then I don't know how the ref didn't see it. He was right behind the net, and the kid dumps it behind the net there. There's da 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 dee dee dee, and the ref didn't notice it. So they went to the replay, but they can't in replays do a glove puck in the crease, so no penalty shot. So that evened things out, really. The carry by Parekh that wasn't called, and then the glove. So one gloved puck on each side. I guess it canceled things out. Paupanekis scored again. They weren't going away, and then again showed why he's got a great shot, and he displayed it on that goal. Very nice. Then Hage with the play on the winning goal, scored by Ethan McKenzie, who I guess you could say replaced Bryce Pickford for this. And I agree with the sentiment that if that would have been Pickford, he'd have picked the corner. He'd have done the same on either of Parekh's goals too, honestly. They were 0 for 2 and not looking that good on the power play, and I was like, they could use him out there. Of course, then Parekh they scored on the power play and whatever. But Hage made the play on that one. Hard forechecking, got the puck, beautiful pass back to McKenzie. He had all sorts of room, and give him credit. He found the back of the net. Galvis scored late, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go again. The freaking Czechs. They scored, I forget what game it was, but scored too late, right? And they just seemed to find a way to stay in there. And then, of course, at the end, Porter Martone gets a point and, on the empty netter because, I don't know, for whatever reasons, Hockey Canada thinks that he's a good defensive player. But we'll see as the tournament goes on. Hopefully he proves me wrong. I don't know. I scouted him a lot last year. And, whew, boy, I'm not crazy about his play away from the puck. I hope he starts to, it starts to kick in. He's wearing the C, and he's supposed to be leading here. I hope he finds another gear on the back check, because 2 years now, or 3, I've seen just lollygagging without the puck, and it drives me crazy. And that's the captain. But anyway, no surprise that the game's 7-5 when your first line's Misa. Got Misa and Martone on it, and Parekh out there. It's going to be feast or famine with those guys. It'll be high score. Take the over. If those guys play 20 minutes a game between them, take the over in every game, because it's going to be goals on both sides. It's going to be fun to watch, but I don't know. Usually offense doesn't win championships. Well, you get to a tight game against the U.S. If they're playing pond hockey like that, they could get freaking railroaded. But anyway, great positive on Hage. I put some videos up this year and commenting on just how much better he looks away from the puck so far this year, and you could see that tonight. He competing, he's more physical than last year. Had a good off season, right? Put on 5-10 pounds, lost weight, or lost body fat, yet gained muscle, and it's noticeable in his play. He's aggressive, physical. He looks big out there, right? And his size skating combination is great. His competitiveness, it looks really good. He's better defensively right now than Misa is. and looks better offensively too at this point. Misa, it's tough. I kind of thought might be the case with Misa. He's only played 7 games all year, and I don't care if it was up, if he was practicing in the NHL or whatever. You only play 7 games, you're going to be rusty for a while. And um, Denwye for me, and you see it, his play away from the puck. He's so smart and so competitive. I hope that he grows on Dale and he sees what he's a winner. And I hope that Dale notices and recognizes it as the tournament goes along here and starts giving him a little bit more of an important role, because, man, the U18s, at the Helenka a couple of years ago, just fantastic. He led the team in so many different ways, and I think that he can do the same thing at this level. Next year, maybe, if he's not in the NHL, it'll be his big year, but I think it could be this year too. Just love the kid, love his smarts and his competitiveness. I'd like to see him on the second line and Martone drop down one, but balance it out, right? But Martone's got the C. Martone was out the last minute. It's probably not going to happen, but so gonna hope that Martone picks it up, because I was disappointed in his play in that game. Samurai Hage, one of the most noticeable players on the ice. Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was the best player on the ice, and I agree. Rob, the player of the game, he was the best player for Canada. No question for me. Brady Martin close too. Misa did not impress me. He should be dominant. Yeah, well, again, Jake, it's one freaking game, and again, he's yeah, and Hagen's looked better. Well, against Germany, come on, let's not start. Whoa, Hagen should have been number 2 because he looked better in the first game against Germany than a guy that's played 7 games all year. Just wait and see on that. Hage looked great offensively. Hate to be negative, but I found he looked a bit disengaged off puck. Didn't know. No, I don't agree with that. That's a new name, Justin Turk. Also found Parekh and Ginla played great. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't find that Parekh played great. He's freaking defensively, man. Oof. Ginla was decent. I appreciate your comments there. Wasn't a big fan of Parekh in his own zone tonight. Didn't Misa come back from an injury? Yeah. He only played 7 games all year, so. All Habs players today, besides Mooney, all got points, so good day for Habs players. Yeah, Handel got a point, right? Team Canada is like the Habs, lots of skill but struggle with defensive coverage. Hey, Michael. Yes, Handel got an assist. Yep. Thank God Parekh can shoot, or else we may not win that game. Yeah, well. Defense was a big issue. George wasn't spectacular by any means. No, he wasn't. And hey, they'll come back with probably Ivankovic. And he's looked solid this year in college. Another undersized goalie. It's funny, the big guy was third string. There was a goal or two tonight that if they'd have had it, the 6'4" guy in nets, may not have gone in too. I don't know. I would like to see Ravensburg and get a look, but looks like he's the third stringer. Parekh can shoot. I wonder how well he'll manage in the NHL, though. Well, Parekh. I always found Parekh look so awkward on the fence. The guy looks like a winger out there sometimes. Yeah, well, that's what I was seeing too. McKenna pass on the Martin goal was impressive. Oh, yeah, well, McKenna, I could show you 50 highlights. McKenna uh, making fantastic passes. But the play by Hage before that to get it to McKenna was not quite as impressive, but it was pretty nice too. He made the play, got in, got the puck in deep, spotted McKenna, got it back to him. Then McKenna with the superb pass. Go Habs, go! Go Canada, go! Right on, Don. Cheers. Yeah. What a wrist shot. He had a hell of a game. I guess you're talking about the Hagester? Or are you talking about Iginla? Yeah, I imagine it was Hage. Looking good. Love the gear. Yeah. Yeah. I like it better than having a black, like in a black maple leaf. Ooh. Baudouin had a rough go, but finished strong. Good Ottawa kid. Oh, good Ottawa family. They're highly respected, for sure. Love that you're podcasting tonight, Grant. Okay. Well, show me the love, guys. What did the guy in Jerry Maguire say? Show me the money? Oh, just kidding. Yeah, well, hey, came back, made sure I came back from Mum's there, went up to Chauvel, Quebec, visit Mum, had a good feast. Good to see Ma. She's 80 freaking 8 now. And cooked turkey dinner yesterday for my sister. Came up and saw her today, and had a great visit with Mom. But came back in time for the start of the game, and figured I better put out a podcast tonight. And hey, what better timing than with Hage having such a big game, right? Johnny Gold, love that hat, Grant. Makes you look younger. There you go. Yeah, it's a dandy. Canada's defense was really bad. No, it wasn't great. That's for sure. Pickford would have scored Mackenzie goal exactly. Martone not playing like a captain. 2 double penalties aren't going to cut it. Well, there was the penalties too. Yeah. No, I don't know. Hage was their best player. Hey, Darren. Really liked Iginla, O'Reilly, and Denway. Yeah. I'm not sure about O'Reilly, but yeah, definitely agree on Iginla and Denway. O'Reilly was okay too. Certainly was better than Martone. Not a big fan of Reed's game. Hard to believe there's not a spot for Pickford. There was a few guys tonight. Really impressed at Carell's, geez, to step in at his age and to be finding a regular role. He's pretty impressive. Didn't see a lot of mistakes from him. He's friggin' young. I've never seen Martone play well. Reed looks awful. He fits no role on the team. I'm a Reed guy. I like Reed quite a bit, but I don't know if he should be paired with Parekh. And Reed looked bad at times because he had Parekh there too. I think Ivankovic steals the net at some point. Probably. Stars or player of the game have more to do with the stories the broadcasters want to focus on rather than who played best. Well, no, they just look at the freaking score sheet. Oh, this guy had 2 goals. Oh, must be the best player. like the guys that scored 2 goals for each team were named the best players. Like, does that tell you that they were really watching the game? And how hard is that? Just said in the post game interview there was a virus going on in the locker room. Yeah, their defense was making me sick. Fort George, I see a yellow. Oh, I love yellow messages. They're my favorite. Well, no, apparently the burgundy ones are my favorite. The friggin' Donnie there before Christmas, $50. That was wild. CH will look good on Hage. Yeah, he's he looks like he'd look good in Laval's uniform come April, whenever his season's done. I think by the looks of it, he'll probably, I didn't know going into the year, but the more I watched him this year, I could see him signing after this season and turning pro and getting in some AHL experience. Hopefully, a long playoff run again for Laval would do him wonders. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him in Laval at the end of this year. Canada left quite a few 06. Yeah. But Pickford's the best player, defenseman in junior hockey right now. Now, I think they're gonna end up realizing that was a mistake. I'm surprised they went with 2 draft eligible guys. You look back how many times they've done that? Not very many. I can't recall any offhand. Maybe once or twice it's happened. It's been rare. Maybe one of the years of Bouwmeester, because Bouwmeester played at like 16 and 17. Maybe there was another guy there that year. Maybe once or twice before now, but very rare. Maybe, 2-3 times at most that they've ever had 2 draft eligible defensemen on the team. It's invariably there's 19-year-olds, and you'd think guy that's on pace to break CHL record for goal scoring by defenseman who's 19 would be on the team. Like, they have to do that every year. It looks like, just make a decision that makes you scratch your head. Anyway, we'll see if it ends up. We'll see if it ends up hurting him. To be honest, Pickford doesn't really No. He's good. He's mobile. He's got an even better shot than Parekh. He's physical. He's good away from the puck. He's smarter than most of the defensemen that we saw tonight. You don't think that Pickford would have helped the team tonight, Bontoon? Ooh, interesting. Because why? Because Parekh, who was a tire fire defensively, scored two goals, so they didn't need. I can't agree with you on that. Verhoff, healthy scratch. Don't understand that. Well, he'll get in now. Hage was fluid and creative. On the puck was impressive. He needs that as an asset to his game. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming, Don. Yeah, Verhoff will get a look. Yeah, well, right now it might be Carroll's projected top 3 in the draft and not Verhoff. It's early. It's still early. There'll be lots of movement yet. And you go back and look at any time someone's December and they're saying, they were saying in December of his draft year that the kid there, Cal Foote, projected top 3 draft. right? I could go on and on. Timothy Liljegren in December of his draft year still was being ranked second overall. So we'll see. We'll see. Carroll's looks like the real deal. I like Carroll's a lot, and it's pretty impressive that he's playing a regular role. Martone did not impress. His skill did not show, and his offense was lacking. It was more about his defense, Montoon, than anything for me. The NYA, the 13th forward, is pretty laughable. I don't agree with it. Complete player, I agree. Hage line was great. Aginla was good, and I liked O'Reilly and NYA. Yeah. Corey Perry started out as the 13th. Oh, yeah, he'll move up. So did Braden Point. Oh, hey. So did Nazem Kadri, if I recall correctly. Evander Kane, I believe. Evander Kane was the 13th forward. They brought him in, and there's been a lot of times. Yeah, good. Well, it's nice to hear from the puck bunker that I don't know if that's also if that's Darren as well, or if it's Rocco. It's not about where you start, I suppose. Oh no. Yeah, well, when you're sorry, but you're celebrating a goal, you don't do that. It was unsportsmanlike. I don't agree. I don't disagree with. You don't do that. Caleb is a true 100-foot player. Scotty Powell. Merry Christmas, Grant. Looking good in the new Habs, and yeah, that's a nice. I tried to. I knew I was getting this. Beautiful. I tried to find a Sens one. I couldn't get a Sens hoodie like this anywhere in Canada before Christmas. It was funny. They had all sorts of Habs gear and Team Canada gear and Leafs gear, but no Sens. My son coaches against Caleb last year and raved about his hockey IQ. Habs Hage plays tougher than maybe promoted, maybe bigger and more confident than drafted. Well, yeah, he's bigger. He's put on some poundage for sure, and he's more confident. Yeah, he's rounded out his game. I like it. We knew he had skill. We knew he could skate. Good passer, good shot. So the other parts of his game come along. There's second line upside there. And if not second, be a hell of a third liner on the Habs. My son coached against NY last year, raved about his hockey IQ. It's high. McKinnon with the quietest 2 points I've ever seen. Oh, I don't know. Pretty nice 2 points. I don't care. When you make the nicest pass of the game, that's never bad. And the kids, don't forget, in his draft year, just turned 18. So they don't typically dominate. It's a freaking good tournament. Paupanekis was the third round, Grant. Yes, he was. Yeah. I said something different, whatever. I don't think I said that, but maybe you misinterpreted what I was saying. But Arden Celebrini has spoiled us. It's tough for draft eligible players to dominate. Yeah, well, I'd say Schaefer too. Only saw a game in a bit, but we saw it. Even McKenna didn't dominate tournament in his draft year. Well, all right, that's right. Hage, best player on the ice. Hey, Bart, man, I agree. Probably Green Tree, they didn't really use him. They never freaking use him in Canada. Always the 14th. The Canada in 07. Yeah. That doesn't matter. They weren't a year younger. They were a half a year younger. 8 months or whatever. They didn't really use Green Tree. They didn't. It's been like that. It was like that in Halenka back a couple of years ago too. And this is a good point too. And hey, let's again. We're talking about what first game of the, and we're criticizing him, and he had the nicest assist of the game, 2 points. He wasn't that bad. He wasn't bad. I mean, yeah, his vision is credible. Exactly. Hage looks like he might give Misa a run for his money. I don't know what you mean. A run for his money? What? Hage, that line looks like the first line right now, and mainly because of Hage and Martin. Excellent game. Wish the Russians were in this tourney and Olympics. Kids' future messed with for political things they have zero control over. Misa passed to Aginla and then screened the goalie was a very smart play. Yeah. Yeah. Again, Jake, first, this isn't an easy tournament. He should dominate because he was the second pick overall. There's been a lot of second picks overall that didn't dominate in their first WJC. And he's missed the whole friggin' season almost. Coming back from injury, played 7 games all year. I'm not surprised at all that he's not dominating. I'd be shocked actually if he was dominating right now. Maybe by tournament's end, but you got to keep things in perspective. Not overreact to one game either. Wish we could have seen Zarowski in this tournament. Well. Yeah, he probably will. Montreal trades up 2 times, picks Hage, and year after pick up Zarowski in early second. Those trades look awesome right now. Yeah, well, they could have traded up and got Surin too. But yeah. Hage is looking like a good pick at 20. Was it 21 or 22? Both Parekh's goals were NHL goals. Yeah. I don't know. That first one kind of snuck through, but yeah. Okay. Well, I may be off my meds, but you're off the website. Bye-bye. Fuck, idiot. Yeah, I doubt they'll give him a shot to Ravensburger. Hey, Ivankovic and George have done it before, Hockey Canada, and Hockey Canada likes to be loyal, right? JTL, Parekh was horrible playing D, yeah, but are you off your meds too, JTL? Apparently I am. Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's, like I say, over under on pick the when Zayn, Parekh and Porter Martone are playing 20 plus minutes, pick the over because there's going to be goals against. Do we know who is starting tomorrow for Latvia? Yeah. Yeah. Tell you, I'm pretty excited about to see the announcers try to pronounce his name. That's the thing I'm most excited about if he plays. CH will look good on Hage. Yes. All donations look good. Building community. Yeah, for sure, man. And you're leading the way with donations, Don. Thank you. Mustafa. Mustafa Chokalar. Okay. Ho 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 to you too. Big win. Yeah, huge win. We have 180 people on here. Right on. Hit that like button. Oh, here's a new name, Catherine Milne. We don't have enough ladies in here, but good. I'm glad to see the odd one sneaking in. Don't be shy, girls. I love the way Habs have been drafting since hiring. Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm pretty positive about that too. Koivu, yeah, I was traveling most of the day. I didn't see the Finland game, but noticed that he got on the score sheet. Anybody that saw the game, they got any comments on how Koivu played today? Fort George, big win for sure, man. Beating the Czechs. They've had Canada's number lately, and about time, eh? Got it. Hopefully, if we meet them in the medal round, and the defense tightens up, yeah, they've got half as many goals as they scored last year. I knew, like, coming in, saying, okay, this team's going to score goals, unlike last year's disaster. But can they keep them out? That's going to be the issue. I'm not opposed to captaining Koivu, Suzuki, Hage, and Danoa Seas. Yeah, I don't know about Koivu. We'll see down the road. Yeah. I don't know. I think Paupanekis is a better fit, like bottom line center type thing down the road, but we'll see. There's Beck is in the mix, and maybe Jarosky too. Anyway, there's lots of options. I really like most of the picks Montreal have been drafted since hiring. Only one big miss was Mesar. Yeah. Who did I like with that pick? Well, Kulich was the top player on my list at that point. Yeah, I had Kulich like 12th overall, and they were picking 26. I think time has shown that maybe that was a little high for Kulich. His game away from the puck is not great. He's not a great skater, but yeah, Kulich was my choice. If going by my draft list at that point, I'd have to see who else was at the top of my board, but definitely wasn't Mesar at 26. I think I had 5 or 6 names, players still on my draft board ahead of him. But I did have Mesar ranked at the end of the first round. So I I overrated him a bit in his draft year too. Brady Martin will be an absolute beast. Yeah, I know. I love that kid. Hage 21st. Kings end up picking Greenry 26, Carter George 57, and James Reeder 198. That was the deal, was it? Yeah. Give me Hage, right? Yeah. That trade looks good for the Habs, doesn't it? The Russian junior team could play in this hockey tournament. It would be awesome. Yeah, well, it is too bad. By the way, if you're watching on X, join us over here. It does me a lot more good if you come on, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. That's where I get monetized. Uh, I'm now eligible for monetization on X, but they pay like peanuts. Elon Musk, the Mr. Trillionaire, I think I'm going to be making like $17 a month on X. I just got eligible to be monetized, and I'm looking at it. And, oh, wow, $17 for 2 million impressions or something like that. So it does me a lot. Does me a lot of good if you come on and watch this on YouTube, and even more good if you press subscribe and the like button. So if you're watching on X, and you can join us in the live chat, right? You can't do that on X, so do me a favor, click on the link, YouTube HabsCast, you'll find it. It's right there. Rock of Hages is the kind of like the there should be a few people that maybe get that reference. Folks, my Hage. There's the thumbnail for tonight's Rock of Hages. Anyway, I'll go for a while here, folks. A while longer. We seem to be we have a good crowd here, so as always, enjoy your hockey insight. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Lotus Man. I'll drink to that. Power play needs to sort things out. Yeah, I did like though the fact that they moved Hage onto the first unit. They didn't have him on the first unit to start the the first exhibition games. Against he's looked pretty good. He should be up there. So they're almost like, I think as time goes along here, that line is going to become the de facto first line, I believe. Is Cappy better than Koivu? Oh yeah, frig. Yeah. Well, he's already, I don't know if Koivu will play, right? And Cappy, he looks like he's going to play. Not only looks like he's going to play, he is playing. Yeah, Kulich was fantastic that year. Scored a pile of goals. Defensive game wasn't great, and that's why he's kind of struggling to find a regular spot. But I like Cappy, and then Suzuki, Hage, and Dano. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, Don. That's fair. Thorpe, Paupanekis, Jacky, fourth line. Yes, I've been professing that for a while. Hey, Greg, Merry Christmas. So thanks, Victor. I appreciate that. You too. When do you think Hage will make Habs lineup? maybe some point next year. If not the following year at training camp, he should push for a spot. I say at some point next year, perhaps. There's injuries, this, that, blah, yada yada. But I'd look more for what's this? At some point in 2027, either at the end of next season or the following training camp. Saku all day until Cappy proves otherwise. Oh yeah. Yeah. I really like Reed on USA, a top 15 prospect for sure. Oh yeah. Go HabsCast, go. I like your thinking. Okay, folks. I think I'm caught up here. Denwai moved up very quickly in the depth chart. Yeah, well, as well he should. Kid's a gamer. Absolute gamer. Where's Sheldon tonight? No sign of Sheldon? More a Habs guy than a Canada guy, or what? Take the time to like. Thanks, Jacques. Yes, if you don't mind pressing like, I like it. I like it a lot. And let's go back and look at this one more time here. Zellers, Seahash, or however you say it, Hage, and Kuta, the only 3-pointers. So Hage is tied for the tournament lead after one game, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's at or near the top the entire tournament. He looks good. I think the Canadians have to be really happy with his play, and it makes you wonder, geez, maybe they should have had him. Maybe they should have had him last year too, right? You can certainly make that argument. All right, we got any more anxious for the Habs game? Yeah, a couple of days away. I'll make sure to do a podcast after that. I'm going to look at some video. By the way, if you want me to do a video on any Habs players from the last game, I'll put it up for anyone that's a member of my Patreon, or here, I'll put it up on my Patreon page. Some shifts from a Habs player. I'm gonna do some more videos with the Habs off a couple days. I'm gonna do some video scouting over the next couple days. Get it up. And Ethan McKenzie was passed up last draft. Yeah, he was. I mean, he looks okay, but I don't think he was a better choice than Pickford. We'll see. Does Fowler get sent to Laval next week? Why can't they continue with 3 goalies for now? They went a whole season, Jim, with 3 goalies, or close to it. Marty only likes having one extra forward and one extra defenseman, so there's no big, huge rush to make a decision on that. If it comes down to having 3 goalies for a little while till they figure things out, or sending Fowler down, give me three goalies. Do you think Fowler is the number 1 goalie now? Yeah, well, it's a little early to say, but yeah, at the moment. Get back to me in a week. It could change week to week. Wolfie just became a new YouTube member. Thanks, Wolfie. Here is my Were you not a member before? Anyone that there is my email. Get in touch with me if you don't already have a subscription to my Patreon page. Send me an email and I will get you fixed up. Thanks for joining the club. Another new member. We're up. We just keep climbing, 45 or 46 or something like that. That's pretty cool. Thanks. Thanks for joining the club, Wolfie. And I know you've told me your name, and I forget at the moment. Catherine, looking back, maybe Mitten instead of Mesar. Yeah, it's tough to look back, but why dwell on the one poor pick, right? Hey, they picked Hudson, so that makes up for. That's why you get multiple picks, because they're not all going to pan out. They're 17-year-old kids you're drafting, and the more picks you have in the top 50, top 65, the better. Big improvement in Hage's play since last season. Oh, frick. Huge. Night and day difference from last year, right? I agree. Just joining. Hage looks so good tonight. The viewless. Thanks, man. Didn't he, though? Yeah, he looks ready to come in and I wasn't sure to have the dollars for Christmas and everything. Well worth the price for the content we received. Thanks to you. Okay, man. I appreciate it. Grant, do you think they will send Fowler down during Olympic break so he stays game shape? I don't know. Can they? I guess so. Maybe. Yeah. Beck and Fowler down. What's is Doc? Anyone got an update on Doc? Is he like? Once I'd heard that he might be back before New Year, but I don't know. I haven't been hearing anything lately. Is he skating with the team? Going off the rails on Lane's crazy train. Crazy Lane. What do you think of him? Him and Demi going to outdoor rink on Christmas Day. Are they hockey junkies or what? They're just going to keep getting better and better because they think hockey, both of them think hockey 24 hours a day. That's not a bad thing at all. Skated with Gooley. I don't know if that's good or bad. Hope they probably both collide with each other and get injured. Totally hockey junkies, aren't they, though? It's crazy. I absolutely love it. Maybe back for Florida trip. Probably St. Louis, Dallas. Okay. Oh, that sounds good. Let me see here. You know what? I haven't had a look at the Habs upcoming schedule, so let's. Thanks for reminding me of that. Let's bring it up. Excuse me. Just give me 2 secs here, and I will post this. Here we go. Okay, so tomorrow, 5 p.m. Okay, I'm glad. Hey, good. We'll do a prime time friggin' show tomorrow. Oh, that one will rock, eh? like 7:45 or something like that, I'll do a show. Perfect. Canadians Lightning, Canadians Panther, Canadians Hurricanes. All right, so they're on a 5-game roadie here. The old Lightning Panther, the old Florida back-to-back, Carolina, St. Louis, Dallas. So that's a pretty decent road trip. Not an easy one, is it? Well, we'll see what the boys are made of, but that's fairly daunting. So the 30th, then January 1st, Saturday, and then Sunday, the freaking back-to-backs again. Holy frig. So 28th, 30th, January 1st, 3rd, and 4th. So 5 more games again in like 8 days or 9 days on a Western road trip too. Southern Western road trip. Well, geez. Hope they can get 5 points out of that road trip. Anything more than that will be a bonus. So we'll look at Doc back January 1st or 4th. They're going to need him. I hope he's back at some point during that road trip, because it's going to be tough. Dallas will be a little ornery about losing too. Yeah. Dominic Maisonneuve. Not sure why Hunter doesn't seem to be a fan of Denway, especially with McDougall on the staff. Hey, that's a good point, eh? Yeah, I've been a little perplexed by that too. I mean, the kid just is a winner. Of course, he missed a lot of time this year too, but that doesn't seem to be bothering them with Misa, right? Yeah, well, I think hopefully warm up to him as we go along here. I think he should be on the second line. What do I think is Monty's value, or high or low at this time if they decide to trade him? It's low right now, Vinny. Can't be much lower. Catherine saying Cole Hudson looked great again this game. Yeah, even his dad realizes that they weren't. You don't need 2 left, 5'10" left defensemen. Just not a winning recipe at playoff time. Got to be a balance in the lineup there. Yeah, Monty's value is not high right now. And I don't. By the way, folks, what I didn't see the U.S. game. I saw like the last 2 minutes. How did Mooney look today? He didn't get any points. Did he play? Did he play okay? I didn't see. Let me just look up. See how much ice time he got today. Stats. Just give me a minute here. Oh, he played 13:55, so that's a decent amount of ice time for a first year playing in it. He was +1 on the game. 2 shots on net. So that's hey, can't complain about that. That's a decent for a start. Decent start to his tournament as far as getting ice time, and the view list. Got to watch some highlights. Great show. Thank you. All right, folks. Well, I've had a long day. a lot of traveling. We're all caught up on responses here. I'll try to do something tomorrow, Habs related. I'm not sure. Maybe try to get a guest on. I got to get in touch with Fowler's Youngstown goalie coach. He'd be good. He started following me on X. I'm going to see if I can get him on soon. And we'll try to get a couple of guests this week and keep things rolling. Liam's probably due to do another podcast too. But yeah, it's now what, 12:30. Better get rock and rolling here. Thanks everyone for showing up. Hope you got some nice Habs gear like I did. If you're a Habs fan, if not, well, that's too bad. But yeah, I really enjoyed my Christmas. I even got a Habs pillow, which is pretty cool. I think I'll go lie on it right now. Long day, and I'll recharge my batteries tomorrow and get some more good content up for you. Okay. All right, folks. Thanks for watching, and go Habs, go Canada, go. Thanks again. Have a good night.